COVID is a formidable opponent. It pivots and shifts, and we are clear that we're going to pivot and shift with it.
I went on Paxlovid for 5 days, and I felt really quite well, just a bit of rhinorrhea and fatigue. And then on the 4th day, I reverted back to positive by the antigen test. So it was sort of what people are referring to as a Paxlovid rebound. And then over the next day or so, I started to feel really poorly.
I'm Jeremy Lafredo for Rebel News in New York City, where last week, Mayor Eric Adams announced a plan to give Pfizer's Paxlovid away for free to any New Yorker who tests positive for the virus at the city's mobile COVID testing units. Coronavirus numbers in NYC are reportedly low.
New York's COVID surge is way down. In just the past few weeks, officials say we have 80% fewer COVID cases.
But that hasn't stopped the city from using public funds to buy Paxlovid, Pfizer's COVID antiviral treatment, and distribute it for free at mobile testing units on city street corners.
Here's how it works. You come up to our mobile unit here. We're going to swab you with a rapid test. If that comes back positive, we'll prescribe for you Paxlovid, and a matter of minutes later, you'll walk out with a life-saving medication.
This new program, which forks millions of dollars worth of taxpayer funds to Pfizer, is being done under the guise of inequity.
This is going to deal with equity because we talked about the equity issue.
This is about equity. This is about making sure that everybody who needs and has can benefit from treatments gets it. This is about meeting people where they are, literally going into neighborhoods, going into communities. We have seen that the penetration of Paxlovid, the use of Paxlovid in communities of color, in neighborhoods with high social vulnerability, is not as good as it needs to be.
Bloomberg applauded the city's initiative to buy Pfizer's drug in bulk and give it away for free. But author William Hasselstein, whose organization received $3 million from the Gates Foundation last year, said the problem lies in messaging about the drug, meaning people don't understand how great it is. But is it great? Pfizer's own website admits that Paxlovid is only investigational and says there is limited information about the safety and effectiveness of the drug. The mayor of New York City, Eric Adams, tested positive for COVID in April, and although generally COVID symptoms are mild, Mayor Adams credited Pfizer's Paxlovid for his mild symptoms and quick recovery, despite it being impossible to draw that causality. Most recently, Dr. Anthony Fauci tested positive for COVID. Despite Fauci being double vaccinated and double boosted, he was experiencing symptoms. Fauci soon announced that he was also taking Pfizer's Paxlovid. After taking Paxlovid, Fauci began experiencing a rebound of symptoms and felt really poorly.
I went on Paxlovid for 5 days, and I felt really quite well, just a bit of rhinorrhea and fatigue. And then on the 4th day, I reverted back to positive by the antigen test. So it was sort of what people are referring to as a Paxlovid rebound. And then over the next day or so, I started to feel really poorly.
Bloomberg and ABC reported on similar accounts of viral rebound after treatment with Paxlovid. Even the CDC has issued an emergency health advisory that Paxlovid has the potential to, quote, rebound COVID symptoms. In his piece for Forbes, Gates-funded Hasselstein admits he's no doctor, but it's his opinion that the amount of drug given to each patient should in fact be doubled. Pfizer is expecting to rake in $22 billion in profits from Paxlovid, almost entirely on the taxpayer's dime. While this dubious and potentially harmful drug is being handed out on NYC streets, officials are using another virus to scare New Yorkers into different questionable pharmaceutical treatments. For Rebel News in New York City, where every day residents are getting slammed with public health propaganda, Jeremy Lafredo.
If you want to keep up to date with my reports from New York and get the other side of the story, go to rebelnews.com.